Okay, it looks like I'm online actually. So that's cool. This is it's a little bit late, so I'm gonna just mess around here for a second before people actually join. Hopefully some people will still show up, even though I am tardy today. Lots of stuff is going on, so I will explain myself very soon. Once I get some stuff set up. Hey Troy, howdy Michelle, Oliver. Yay indeed, I made it. I'm taking off my shoes. I just ran in the door. So, man. It's been a day, y'all. It's been a day. Hey David, Rick, welcome. Welcome. Just uncorking a beer here. Got a nice American flag on the lid. This is Railhouse Brewery, which is one I hadn't heard of before. But this is from Aberdeen, North Carolina, which is somewhere around here. This is K-Bar Brown. And since I use a K-Bar to open up my mail, and I've got some mail to open today, I figured it might be a fun day to drink some K-Bar on the stream. So you're doing work in the alert right for being online live? Cool, cool. Hey, Cameron. Hello to the UK. Angel, welcome. 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 Let's see. Let me trying to get my shit together here a little bit. So the stream was late today because we're hiring a philosopher in our department. And so we've had job candidates coming in for the last, like, I don't know, 3 weeks or something. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Hey, Christoph, glad you can make it. And so I had a job candidate in the department today, and so I was listening to job talks, and I'm also kind of the tech, like, I'm kind of the tech guy in our department. And beard's all out of sorts. Man, kind of the tech guy in our department, so we had some faculty who couldn't be there, so I was videotaping it, and I had to, like, upload videos and make sure everybody got links, and then I got stuck at work doing some other stuff, and then I had to pick up my cat from the vet. We had a cat pee on some stuff it wasn't supposed to be peeing on, and so I got a little worried because when cats start peeing outside the cat box, they're not usually that way, and ours definitely aren't. I got a little worried, and the male cat was acting a little weird, Mr. Nose. And so I talked to the vet, and they said, yeah, bring him in. And so I brought him in this morning. By the way, Mr. Nose is fine. Apparently he is in absolutely perfect health. So good job, Nose. Costs like $100 to get an exam and urinalysis and all that kind of stuff. We were worried maybe he had crystals in his bladder or UTI or something, but apparently he's in perfect health. So it cost about $100, but it's $100 worth of peace of mind. So I'll pay it. Hey, Fabrice, welcome, welcome. Hey, Switzerland, Tech and Pens. Hey, those are two things I like. Happy Friday to you as well. Then I had to stop and get Scraggles from the daycare. She spent the night with her dog sitter last night because I had more hiring stuff, and I went and saw Black Panther last night, and so I didn't get back until real late. And so anyway, she's been at the dog sitters. And she loves the dog sitters, and she loves her, and she also loves her daughter. And so when I picked Scraggles up, I asked if she had a good time. She's like, "Well, she slept with my daughter last night, so she might be a little spoiled." But Scraggles sleeps in our bed anyway, so not really spoiled. That's totally good. So good. She had a good time. The cat is okay. I mean, we've got 2 other cats, so maybe somebody else is having a bad day, but I don't know. They seem normal. So, hey, Michael, good to see you. Good to see you. Anyway, so I barely made it home. I've got Girl Scout cookies over here. Got a bottle of rye because I had to pick one of those up. You know, to mess with the cat, will stop you on stuff and cost you $100. The thing is, we haven't been messing with our cat. I don't know. I don't know. That's why we were worried about something maybe being wrong with him. Because, oh, that light is too hot. How about now? That is too little. Goodness. We'll do this. Yeah, better. So anyway, no, it's totally out of character for any of our cats to not use the cat box. I like peed on a blanket. I was not psyched about that, but could have been worse. So, you know, Girl Scout cookies are overrated. False. I don't really eat cookies unless Audrey's mom makes them, or they're from Girl Scouts. I'm a big fan. And I have some pen mail to open today, which is fun. I haven't gotten any pen mail in a while, and I haven't opened these yet. One is from JetPens, that is this smaller thing, and I've also got this other box, which says Namisu on the side, so it must be my Ixion finally got here. So we'll open that guy here in a minute. Keebler are just as good? No. No. But anyway, whatever, you know, let a million flowers bloom. If you like Keebler, go nuts. I'll support the Girl Scouts and eat their cookies. I wish they would come by my neighborhood. All of our Girl Scouts must have grown up or something because they stopped coming to the door, and I ordered a lot of cookies, so they should have come here. But fortunately, they do sell them at my school, so that was cool. They were selling them actually out on the sidewalk yesterday, and there was two girls, and they were holding a sign, and they were like jumping up in tandem. And they were like, come get Girl Scouts on the first one. And then they jump in and be like, we take cards, which is kind of awesome because you could see like students walking by like checking their wallets, see if they had any cash to buy Girl Scout cookies. And then they take cards. So, didn't like having to sell the cookies when your daughter's in the Girl Scouts? Oh yeah, I'm sure it's a pain in the ass for the parents. But, you know, I don't have a daughter or whatever, so I don't have to deal with that. Although my sister sold them for a long time when she was in the Scouts, and I mean, I guess there was like logistics and stuff, but I don't really remember. It was I was probably at college actually when she was selling Girl Scout cookies. She's a lot younger than I am, so maybe that's right. Hey Andrew, glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Starting later might have helped a little bit. So. In case you're curious what I got, I don't really like the Thin Mints all that much. I like to rock the Do-si-dos. They just call them peanut butter sandwiches here, which is weird, but, you know. Peanut butter patties, which are also known as tagalongs. I don't know why these have the most boring names. I think those names are regional or something. And then lemonades, which are a new favorite. Well, I guess not that new. Audrey loves these, so I always get them, and I like them too. And these are called Thanks-a-Lots, which is kind of weird. They're like a shortbread cookie, but they have just like chocolate on the bottom of them. So, you know, I'm set for Girl Scout cookies for a couple of days. And then I hope I'll find the more Girl Scout cookies. I don't know. Your Ixion's waiting for you at home. Got to wait one more day. Oh, you're not going to be home until tomorrow, huh? All about the Thin Mints and the Samoas. Oh, you know what? I don't like Samoas because I don't like coconut, but I know people go nuts for them. In fact, there was like one box of them left yesterday when I was buying these cookies, and somebody's like, "Oh no, it's the last box," and the girl was like, "Well, we can do bidding. Highest bidder gets the Samoas." Thin Mints are the best. Cool. Well, more for you. I like them just fine. They're not my favorite. They're fine. Names are regional and based on the baker that makes them. Huh, well that makes sense, because the peanut butter tastes a little bit different in the tagalongs here than they did back home, but that's interesting. Good to know. Fergal, welcome. Oliver, annotating your essay with the new Diamine Tchaikovsky ink. You know what, I've got a sample of Tchaikovsky somewhere. I haven't had a chance to try them. Recipes are slightly different regionally. Maybe I'd like Thin Mints a little more here, I don't know. Those are the ones that tend to go in my fridge and just kind of stay there. I don't know if I'm hoarding them or if I just don't like them that much. I don't really know what the story is. I just don't really buy them anymore. But I'm a big fan of the tagalongs and the do-si-dos and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, interesting they have these differences. All right, so should I open JetPens first or open Namisu stuff first? What do you think? Anybody have an opinion? I'm going to open both, because I want to see what I got. Because here's the other story, is that Ixion took a long time to come out. I think it was supposed to drop in, what, November, October, something like that? And now it's middle of February, and I've only just gotten it. So, make good ice cream topping? Yeah, I'll buy that. That's definitely true. I've had them on ice cream. I've actually had them in ice cream, I think. And I have no idea what color combinations I got for that Namisu. It's been so long that I don't know. And I remember thinking that any of them would be okay, so I think I might have just kind of, I don't know, roll the dice. All right, Sandra says Namisu, so I'm going to do that. Let's see what we got here. Make sure I'm not showing any address labels. Deploy the mighty box opener. Undeploy the mighty box opener. You got 5 Nemisus. Oh, you bought 5 of the Ixion? Wow, that's pretty, that's a lot. Let's see. I'm not going to read this because this will have my information and it'll tell me what it is. Alright, well they were right in the bottom of the box, so that's kind of nice. No, that's it. They put them on the bottom of the box and then put stuffing on top of them, which is, you know, whatever. I mean, it's a metal pin, so it's not going to get hurt in transit, but that's not really the best, it's not really best practices in packing. Just stand by 911. I have literally never cut myself with any of my knives, and I've been like collecting knives and stuff since I was a kid. So, know about the Caligari plan? Caligari plan? Never heard of it. Let me Google right quick. White genocide in Europe. I don't. That doesn't. Seems like that might be a different channel, bro. Anyway, let's see. So what is this? I got a little box here. It just says Nemisu on it. On the back it says finials and grip, black aluminum. I might have gotten a different finial or 2 sets of finials or something. Yeah, interesting. So this is a grip. This is a black aluminum grip. Feels pretty nice. It's got a nice lip on it. Look at that. Looks good. I like to have a nice lip on a metal section. This doesn't feel slippery, so that's cool. Very nice anodization. Flawless, actually. Good job, Nemisu. And then in here... you never cut yourself, you end up cutting yourself? Yeah, that happens sometimes. And these are, I guess, finials. Look at these tiny little guys. That's cute, and they screw in. So, cool. Alright, I'm going to put these back in the bag so I don't just lose them. And then, anybody want to guess what color I got? I think they had, what, black, red, and blue? I think the heavier stainless and brass section's best. Cool. Anybody want to guess what color I got? If I got a section, I would probably gotten a brass and not a stainless one, but I don't know. YouTube flagged your comments, Sandra. I don't know. Finio is a pain in the ass to replace. Huh. Oh, so you wanted to put the black ones on, huh? Well, I've got long screwdrivers. That shouldn't be too bad. Red, blue. Blue looks sweet. Not purple. True. And red. All right, let's see what I got. Oh, well, first of all, this little sleeve. That's really interesting. This looks an awful lot like a rickshaw sleeve, actually. It says Nemisu on it. I don't know. I wonder if this is a rickshaw. We'll see when I get it out. It's blue. That's a really pretty blue. Yeah. I went for brass finials at least. I probably got a brass section too. So brass finials. That looks nice. Blue and brass. It's got a good feel to it. It's pretty heavy. Ooh, nice. Yep, got the brass section. So that's cool. All your long screwdrivers are too wide to fit in the barrel? Did it come with a... Yeah, no converter and no cartridges, which is a bold choice, Nemisu. Bold choice. Yeah, I could see how that would be kind of long. I've got a bunch of the like the ones you use for electronics and stuff. I think that'd probably be big enough or long enough and skinny enough to get in there. But man, this brass section weighs a lot. It weighs a lot more than the aluminum one. Let's see how this aluminum one feels on a pen. Hi, Nose. You want to come in here? I know, you've had a rough day. Converter was extra. Oh, is there a cap liner? There's not a cap liner. No, let me grab a flashlight, but I'm pretty sure there's not a cap liner in here. Nope. There is not. There's a couple of, it looks like it's got a ledge where the, I don't know if this camera will pick it up or not. Let's see. There we go. I think it's got a little ledge in there where the edge of the section will sit. There we go, that's better. And so that, I don't know, I guess we'll see. Any drying issues? I don't know, it's going to depend. But I'll let you know if there are drying issues. So there's the black with the blue. Yeah, I like the brass a lot better. The black is okay, but the brass is very cool. It gives you a lot more weight on the pin, so that might be good. I like it when you have a brass section or a heavier section. Yeah, this is good. Let's see how it posts. Oh, it posts really deeply. That's kind of nice. Posts real deeply like a Kaweco Sport or something, which is interesting. But it puts the weight really forward with this big brass section, so that's good. Nib is... Well, that's irritating. Nib is unmarked. What is this? It's a fine steel nib, and it's a Bach, which is not ideal. I don't really like the Bach nibs as much as I like the Jowo ones, but this will probably be okay. Let's see. See how it feels on some paper. Ooh, this is a very springy steel nib, actually. But it does feel like it's out of alignment. It is way out of alignment. Good job, Bach and Nimisu. There we go. And there's, I don't know if you can see it on my thumb, there's definitely like manufacturing oil here on the feed. So I'm not going to ink it up yet. I'm going to have to sonicate and clean this guy to get the dang oil off. Man, I don't know why people can't just send you a clean nib and feed. Like, why is it got to have grease all over it? This would be an immediate writing problem. Plus the nib is like all jacked out of alignment. Fortunately, it's just steel and I can fix that real easy. So I'm looking over the rim of my glasses. That's why I look like a crazy person. You do a close-up of the nib? Yeah, a little bit. There you go. This is just a regular old Bach nib like you would get from like Kara's Customs or probably Kara's Customs. And not many other places use Bach nibs. Most places have gone to Jowo. I might see about putting a Jowo in here, but sometimes they don't really fit. It just depends. But I have a lot of Jowo nibs and feeds. When you've used pens enough, you can kind of just write with a dry nib on some paper, and you can feel the roughness. And that's what sort of clued me in, but that's better. Where's my loop? Maybe I can do a close-up on the nib through a loop. Whoops, there we go. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, so I've... Problem is when I get it in front of the camera the right way, I can't see it because my fingers are in the way. Anyway, I've got the misalignment figured out, so that'll work pretty good. Yeah, cool. So, where's the band thing? There we go. Bye, Felicia. That counts as graphic violence. Dope. How do I make this person go away? Cool. All right. So, sorry, folks. I can't take it off this bullshit. But that person is blocked now. So, yeah, weak sauce, man. Weak sauce. And dip pen oil is used to prevent corrosion. Oh, that's an interesting thing to know. For fountain pens, though, it's a very bad idea. Are dip pen nibs not made of stainless steel, or are they made of? They must be made of something else, because they're more flexible generally. I know almost nothing about dip penning. I am not a dip penner. Anyway, so I said bye to our awesome way. Her name is Felicia. All right, well, I'm going to put this guy back together and then set it aside because it needs a good cleaning to get the crap out of the thread or out of the feed. Oh, let's unscrew this guy. Yeah, it looks like a pretty normal collar. This is a pretty normal situation. There we go. All right. So yeah, this Namasu looks pretty cool. So talked about that. Oh, whew. I thought I'd already scratched it because there's no liner, actually. I'm probably not going to post this pen. There's no liner in here, and so when you post it, it's just posting metal to metal. So let's see how it feels without the cap. Yeah, it seems good. So yeah, be careful with posting these guys. Oh, let's look at the inside of the sleeve. Interesting. The inside of the sleeve is not plush like you'll get. This isn't plush. There's a sort of soft material inside the sleeve, but it's not like a rickshaw. It's just shaped like rickshaw. I mean, here's a rickshaw. I mean, it's a much bigger rickshaw, and there's the Nemesu sleeve. So, Nemesu, if you knocked off Rickshaw's design, bad form. Bad form, Nemesu. All right, let's put that guy aside. Oh wait, there's the finial. Let's see. You got blue and brass as well, Michael, huh? Yeah, it's a good choice. It looks nice. It looks nice. So I had a sample of Jungle Volcano. Yeah, no, I do have a sample of Jungle Volcano. Yeah, I do. I have a couple of these, actually. These ink dependent sleeves. Pretty cool, huh? He just took this wasn't my splash. He took maybe he did it himself. I don't know. It was like a picture of an ink splash sort of situation. And I just put my handle on there. I didn't order these. He sort of said, hey, check this out. This is a thing we can do with our digital printing. And the inside has got like a nice purple plush. He doesn't know I didn't like purple much, but this looks very cool, and like it's mostly blue, so I'm into this. And this is actually sized up. This is an extra big one because it will actually swallow this Canalea. This is, I mean, look at this. Canalea is like way in there. So this is a big sleeve, man. But very nice and protective for one of my favorite pens, so that's really cool. But yeah, man, Mark at Rickshaw can do pretty much anything. Let me just buy it from the same vendor. Well, I don't buy it from the same vendor because Mark at Rickshaw, like, they make everyone in-house, and it's not the same materials, so it's just the same kind of design, which is kind of bad form. Oh, look, so here's a card, and it shows you how to put in the converter that they were going to charge extra for. I think it would have been, like, I'm not bitter that it took a long time for this thing to get out here, but, you know, if you're going to send out a project months late, maybe just give everybody a converter, you know? Yeah. Hey, Oscar. Welcome. Oh, you're the one that said the ink dependent sleeve thing. All right, so that's got to go over here. You're over there. You go there. You go in the box. Bam! All right. Policing my station is what they call that. EDC it. I don't know about the plush. When I got the sleeve and the pen roll, I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Yeah. Sleeve and the pen roll. Oh, from Rickshaw? Yeah, those are really cool. Almost missed the live mic show. Yep. Limited internet, we are streams how you hop on. Limited internet, huh? That sucks. Oh, so have I tried Jungle Volcano? I have. I have it in 2 pens. And so my read on Jungle Volcano is that it's pretty dry, which is weird. I was expecting it to be wetter, but I've got it in 2 pens. I've got it in a Lamy LX or Lux or something. I think it's just an LX, which is got a broad nib, and I think it's a little bit dry. And then I put it in another pen, and what did I put in? Oh, I put in this one. This is a Karas Customs. Let me try writing with this right quick, see if it works. I was having some drying issues. No, it starts up pretty well. If you get writing very quickly at all, it loses coherence. So and you can see the bottom squiggle is quicker, and it starts getting a little spotty. So I'm going to say this ink runs a little bit dry. So if you got a nib that's a fire hose, I would say go for it. But it's going to be a little bit dry, and that's like a medium. I think the other one's a broad, so you know, it's fine. You bought the converter and didn't get the card? That's hilarious. Like, oh, you bought a converter, so you know what to do with it. Nice. No, a converter isn't really that expensive. I mean, they're not free. I was actually talking to Scott at Franklin Christoph about how much those go for. And I can't remember what they cost, but I remember thinking that they were more expensive than I thought. So, I don't know. Let's see, maybe overstepping here. I think it would be profit margin they should have with the pins. They should be able to afford to toss them. I would think so too. $2 for a K5. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that seems right. And we were going, wow, that's actually kind of a lot. And that's, I mean, they sell them for like $5 or $6 usually. So, but yeah, I mean, for a couple of bucks, they should have been able to toss those in. I mean, it would have been a little complicated since they already sold them with it, I guess. Maybe they would have to refund people. I don't know. At least throw in some cartridges, though. Those things are damn near free. But whatever. I'm not too bitter about that. I've got a bunch of this stuff. For the smell, it smells like nail polish? Huh. Let me smell this. Now, to be fair, I am kind of nose blind to nail polish, given that Audrey has had a nail polish blog for years. Oh, it does have a bit of a smell, huh? Smells a lot like Sailor does, so it's probably using the same, and I forget what it is, but probably using the same shit, what's the name of that stuff that kills antifungal or whatever, anti-mildew stuff. Got some of it on my fingers, but it's a really cool ink, and I love the gold sheen that shows up in there, so it's good. Let's see, what else have I missed here? We've been doing a review of Lamy Vibrant Pink. I don't have it. I should be able to get some though. That shouldn't be a problem. But I don't have any yet. So we're doing. Let's see. Gonna get the Blackout Lamy Safari. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. If it looks cool, then maybe. But I don't know. I mean, they've already made that Safari. I got to see what the difference is. Let's see. Penthusiast just picked up. You just pickled up the Vibrant Pink. It's nothing special IMO, and the particulate turns you off. I wonder what the particulate is. Is it like a glitter or a shimmer or something? Or is it just like, is there enough of it to make a difference? Biocide, that's the word. That's the inclusive word for stuff that kills biotics. It's not an antibiotic. It's not just, anyway, whatever. Yeah, biocide, exactly. Whoa, what the hell? My mom is calling. I just made the screen go away. All right. Let's see here. Put the Lamy in a medium Sailor program. It's really dry and light writing. Oof, that's not great. Because their nibs are always a little bit dry for me anyway. Let's see. Addy says, might between a Pilot 92 or Pilot Vanishing Point, which is a better EDC pen? Planning to replace your TWSBI Mini. I don't have a 92. I do have a 912, which is a slightly bigger and like different shaped one. As far as EDC, I would say probably go for the Vanishing Point. Well, I don't know. It depends. How do you EDC? Tell me how you EDC. Like, do you put it in a pocket? Do you put it in a purse? Are you throw it in a bag? Give me some more details, and I'll tell you. Because the 92 is a much more traditional sort of pen, but the Vanishing Point is real useful for a lot of things. Smelling, Lisa, tasting? False. False, false, false. What's my profession? I am the Glaucon Con. Oh, I'm a philosophy professor. Well, lecturer, but I teach philosophy. Still haven't shipped your second PIF sample. Stop it. Yeah, okay, if you want to, Oscar, I'll take that second sample. I mean, you might be throwing 2 samples into the void, but we'll see. I'll bring Audrey a sample next week. Well, if Oscar is going to, then don't worry about it. Let's see. Vibrant Pink particulate, at least in my ears, has a sparkle to the ink. A little bit of sparkle. That's kind of cute. As long as it doesn't get in the way of the actual writing. There isn't but a tiny amount of glitter. Nothing you really even see when writing. Maybe a few sparkles, a large swab blob. Swab blob. I want to do the FC tour. Change date. You can't make it. Sorry, Troy. Yeah, everybody was sick. Well, not everybody. The only person that didn't get sick was Audrey. I think Mandy even got a little bit under the weather, but just briefly. Yeah, it was kind of rough. A lot of people, like Jim is still, I think, a little bit under the weather, like still recovering. Scott was sick for like 2 weeks. I mean, it was everybody was sick, it seemed like. I think it was rough. So yeah, I'm glad they canceled it because there would have been nobody there. Everybody was ill. Let's see, I want to do the FC tour. Darn it, Troy. Wonderful, I'm a philosophy student. Hey, good. Not too many people would have put Glaucon if you didn't know about philosophy. What's my opinion on Nietzsche's Genealogy of Morality? I haven't read the Genealogy of Morality in so long. I mean, it was probably early 2000s last time I even looked at that. So I can't speak intelligently on it. That's my opinion, is I don't know enough to tell you anything about it. I think it's a good practice not to, I don't know, say stuff when you don't know stuff. So I got that from Play-Doh. All right. If y'all haven't had Cupcake Girl Sandra's cupcakes, you should try them. What's my favorite dialogue? That's kind of a tough one. Of the platonic dialogues, I really like... I'm one of the weird ones that actually likes Apology, although it's not actually a dialogue. I also really like Crido. I really like the Euthyphro. But yeah, those are probably the ones I like the most. Crido and Euthyphro are probably the ones I like the most, aside from that. I was just rereading Plato's Republic earlier this semester, and man, there is so much snark in the Glaucon bit. Or not Glaucon, no, he's in it, but the part where he's talking with Thrasymachus, there was so much snark. Like old-timey, BCE snark. Nearly out of data for the day. Adios. Out of data? Ooh, yeah, see you later. Get out of here, man. Plan mainly to write your college notes in sketching. Okay, sometimes I put in a pocket book sleeve and sketch for sketch walk. Currently use Lamy Safari and Pelican. Architecture student. I would say probably you should go with the Vanishing Point, because if you're doing like architecture sketching and you might be like on the go, there's not much that's more convenient. Let me see if I have one here. All of them need to be cleaned, but yeah. Good thing about the Vanishing Point is you can just kind of like pin it on your shirt or whatever, and you need a sketch, you're ready to go. Just click it. Just be careful. Like Firedog here has a tendency to drop them or smash them into things, so you can wreck the nib unit. Another thing to be aware of with the Vanishing Points and their nib units is that there is a huge difference between a fine and a medium, and barely any difference between a medium and a broad. So you might want to go fine. It depends. If you're going to be sketching, I'd say get a fine. But yeah, I would go with the Vanishing Point. It's a great pen. I've got a few. Not that many, but I've got a few. More than most pens. I tend to only buy like one version of a pen, unless there's something really cool. So like Franklin Christoph O2s, I've got several, that kind of thing. You did get called out. You've broken more Vanishing Point nibs than you can shake a stick at. What sort of philosophy am I specializing in? I'm an applied ethicist, so ethics, meta-ethics, and that kind of stuff. So social political is and just war theory are like things I'm really interested in. Just war theory, I'm pretty steeped in that literature. Social political, I know a lot of that stuff. That's in my wheelhouse. But pretty much any ethical sort of stuff. Bioethics was what I focused on when I was in graduate school. So yeah. Use cartridges or carry an extra. Yeah, that's right. Good point, David. Use cartridges. The Pilot cartridges are actually pretty good, and they're big, whereas the Pilot converters are very small. So, yeah. Meta-ethics are only for meta-humans? Well, Apology for the win. Dope. Aristotle's What? Oh, sorry, I couldn't read it. You know what? I don't know that I've read that one. I kind of don't think I've read the Protrepticus. That doesn't even sound familiar. I'm not an ancient philosopher. That is not really my jam. I read Plato and that kind of stuff. And when I do Aristotle, I will either do politics or Nicomachean ethics. Those are really the things that I've done for Aristotle. Have I read the Tractatus? I have read the Tractatus, but man, that's another one it's been a while on. Yeah, seems like some of y'all are really getting into the... those are deep cuts a little bit. Wittgenstein is not something I've done much of. I was going to be in a Wittgenstein reading group, actually, but this semester has been kind of hairy. I got sick for a while, and then I'm doing a new prep, which... if you're not a teacher, that means that I'm making up a new class. And because I'm a procrastinator, I'm also kind of making it up as I go along. Jeez, man, my hair is... It's, by the way, also raining pretty good outside. So I've been really kind of just pushing it, trying to do stuff. That's why the blog's been a little bit slow, but that is picking up again. Greatest ever compared to non-Western philosophies are just okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really I know you can put everything I know about non-Western philosophy in a small cup. But it's not really my jam. So And I'm not a continental. I have very low tolerance for continental philosophy. Going for a PhD, huh? And Oliver, are you doing a PhD in philosophy? That sounds cool. What's your opinion on human genetic modification? I think it's cool. I would like to be modified. That would be nice. I mean, depending on if it's good or not. I don't know Stanley Cavell, actually. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't. Aesthetics. Yeah, no, that's not in my wheelhouse at all. That is not something I've ever studied. So, nope, don't know him. Film studies. Oh, cool. Transhumanism? Yeah, I've actually met Nick Bostrom and a bunch of other transhumanists. I went to a couple of conferences that were really cool about that stuff. But yeah, I'm a bit of a transhumanist. I'm fine with that. And American studies? All right. Currently looking at Pilot VP Carbonesque Blue. Those are pretty. I really like those Carbonesque ones. The 92 is the ink slosh. Yeah, that's pretty good. Modify your pancreas. You'd like it to work? Yeah, right? I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to do, and I don't even have any real bad, like really non-working. Some of my parts don't work sometimes, like my knee every once in a while goes out a little bit, but I got a weird wrist. You hear that sound? My wrist just makes that noise. That's a soccer injury. But yeah, I think it'd be neat to have some new parts. But also, I'd be cool with like some bionic parts or just a sweet robot body. I'd be into that. Carbonesque Pilot. Yep, it is great. I've always been tempted a little bit by the Carbonesque. The thing that puts me off is that it doesn't actually have a texture when it looks like it has a texture. And then I've got the Guilloche, which has a texture, and I like that. So, also really like this one, this is a Conway Stewart with a really nice little pattern carved into it. But I really like pens that have a little bit of a texture to them. I think that's cool. A lot of people also don't like that, like the Platinum Nice, Nice Pure. A lot of people don't care for them, but that's kind of my jam. Am I seeing Black Panther? No, I've seen Black Panther. I saw it last night. Around here, they do the opening shows at like 7 o'clock the night before. So I went with some friends to a Red Cinema, which was really awesome. They have like the reclining leather seats and like the armchair things, and there's pizza you can get and that kind of stuff. But yeah, Black Panther was good. I've got some quibbles, but I thought it was really good. Some of the CG was a little weird, but my favorite parts of that movie was when like the Black Panther wasn't fighting stuff. And it was like just the people were hanging out, and just like the view of Wakanda and the stuff going on in that universe. I think it's really cool. So yeah, I was stoked about Black Panther, and I enjoyed it a lot. I'd say go see it. It's good. Mike the Borg, yeah, sure. Does the pattern wear off? It doesn't really wear off. I think it must be lacquered over the pattern or something. I haven't had that. Probably the only one that doesn't get it when it comes to Black Panther. You're not. Audrey doesn't want to see it either. But that's not because she doesn't like Black Panther. It's because when we got a movie pass, which by the way is dope. And so we've been going to a lot of movies, or at least every time we see one. They don't serve food during the movie. They serve, like, you can buy it in the lobby and bring it in, and then it has like a tray table thing in the armrest. They don't walk through. What was I saying? Oh, and so for like a month, every single movie we saw, we must have seen like 6 or 7 movies that month. Every one of them had the Black Panther trailer. And he's like, I've definitely seen the Black Panther by now. So, but yeah, it's good. And the soundtrack on that movie, holy shit. Hi, Nose. You want to come up? Come on, buddy. This is Mr. Nose. Hi. Yes, you're a good boy. I'm sorry I had to take you to the vet today. Yeah. He doesn't mind going to the vet, but he doesn't really like staying at a place. He had a traumatic experience living in a shelter, I guess. When Mr. Nose went to the shelter, look at this cat. He's just the sweetest boy. When Mr. Nose went to the shelter, apparently his owner was older and very ill and couldn't take care of him. And so, wow, that's weird, David. And so he just got left in a cat carrier outside of a shelter. And apparently other cats were like tormenting him and stuff because he kind of was like half in the carrier and he's trying to get out. And then they said when they had him in the shelter at first, for like the first several days, they had to like grab him with like big thick welding gloves because he was vicious. But this is the least vicious cat. Like, he is just the sweetest guy, aren't you, buddy? So maybe when I left him at the vet today, it brought back some memories. They said he meowed in his little in his kennel all day. Poor guy. Good boy. Putting the Safari umbrella and all the black images side by side, and I can't see the difference. Safari Umbra? Oh, is that what they're calling the new one? Is the Umbra? That's kind of fun. Maybe they have a different finial. Does it have a different clip or something? Want to get down? All right. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's weird. I think it's really weird. I've said the purple and black VP along with the 2016 LE, which Guilloche. That's the best one, I think. I'm not really into the ombre ones, but you know, they're for different audiences, I think. I love Alamo because they bring food and beer. Well, Alamo is a little bit different than most. Alamo Draft House really kind of knows how to do it, and they don't seem to have a problem. Yours is slightly textured? Maybe I just haven't poked at them enough. I don't know. Let's see. AMC has a damn button you can press to call the waiter. That is weird. But yeah, Alamo is pretty great. They come in and talk? Oh, man. Yeah, last time I went to an Alamo, they were not like that. It was very discreet. Like, they crept in. They were wearing, like, all black, like, head to toe. Like, I want to say they even had... I don't remember it being disruptive, so... Must have been okay. How many cats do I have, Anna? I have 3 cats and a dog. Scraggles is somewhere. I am sure Scraggles is exhausted. She spent 2 days at the daycare, or I guess day camp. I don't know. It's doggy daycare, and a day with the dog sitters, or a night with the dog sitter. So she is, I'm sure, exhausted. She's probably passed out on the guest bed. Dark and quiet. Yeah, I get it. So yeah, we've got cats, dogs. I got some fish. We're pet people for sure. My opinion on egalitarianism? I don't know. That's a long conversation, really. I mean, it's good that people have stuff. And anyway, that's a long conversation I can't get into about egalitarianism. Same Umbra as previous LA, they turned regular. Oh, that's weird. I don't know, man. Do cats shed very bad? That depends entirely on the cat. So, like, Mr. Nose is a short-haired cat, but he sheds like a son of a bitch. Like, so many cats, or so many sheds. The other 2 cats, I've got 2 black cats, and they're both also short-haired cats, and neither of them sheds barely at all. But I can't really wear black clothes because Mr. Nose sees black clothes and he has to be on them, and he will leave all of his white cat fur all over it. So, you know, yeah, that's the way to go. Let's see, that was the AMC as they talk. Yeah, AMC is weird. Alamo is better, but they don't have them out here. Red Cinemas is a version, it's like an upscale carousel I'm pretty sure it's a carousel, upscale carousel, but they're very nice. I like it. There's only like one of them around here, but it's great. But they don't do the like service during the movie, which is fine. I think that stuff is hard to get right and real easy to mess up. Mr. Nose, you are wommixing all over all my things, and come on. Oh man, he's trying to get all of his white cat fur on my rickshaw bag over here. What's my favorite pen? That's also a hard question. My favorite pens right now are actually ones that were like handcrafted. Alamo's opening a Raleigh. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna drive an hour to go to Alamo, but maybe for like premieres or something. That'd be cool. So I really love this Canalea that I was showing earlier. Love this. Actually, you know, here's a story. I was, until I forgot what story I was going to tell. Guess it wasn't important. Anyway, so that one, and then I've got a pair of Ryan Krusak's pins right here, and I love these guys. There are a couple of my Franklin Christophs that are around here that I really love. I don't know. I don't know how to... Yeah, I was going to say my Panther 40 is also right up there at the top because that was kind of it's a one of a kind. So, you know, that's also cool. And it was like Audrey got it for me way before she worked for Franklin Christoph. I didn't really know him. Like it was kind of one of the very first of the prototype. It was the very first Panther 40. So it's very special. But and it's one that I carry with me all the time. In fact, it's in my carry today. Let's see what my daily carry was today. Oh, this is one of my rickshaw bags. This is the Cosmo briefcase. Nice. I really like this briefcase. It's great for days when I don't have to take up. You've got so much hair. Look at this. He's already gotten, look at it. It's like pale white with cat fur. I'm going to have to get all the cat fur off this, you little butt. All right. So here's what I brought today, and it was my trio. There's a pen that's not in here. Oh, shoot. I left it in the car. The one that's not going to be shown was an Esterbrook Toaster Top Transitional. This matches my briefcase, which is pretty cool. So I've got an Esterbrook. I've been enjoying my Esterbrook, actually. Then I've got this Panther 40, which I got in Philly. That one was with me. And what was the other one? Sometimes you load up a thing and you forget. Oh, my Caran d'Ache 849. So I was trying to get a variety of nibs and a variety of colors because I've been doing some class prep and that sort of thing. So that was my daily carry today. All right, Nose, I'm going to put this over here, and I want you to not try to wall mix on it. All right, bro? All right. Yeah, Panther 40 is still an amazing pen. It's probably still my favorite. But, you know, you like the orange tweed? Yeah, me too. It's real cool. It's kind of a bricky sort of orange. It's not like a bright orange. It's definitely not like this or 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 like this. I might have a lot of orange pens on my desk, actually. Oh wait, or like this. I need to do a Kill Winter with Orange post for Instagram with the orange pens that are just sitting on my desk. Oh, and over here I've got a TWSBI 540, also orange. What do you think of Pelican releasing multiple new limited color every year? It makes me sad because everything is beautiful. I can't buy it. Also, Pelican M600 White Turquoise 2018. I like the... Mr. Nose, come on. Get out of here. Go on. I've had enough of this. You're a sweet boy, but you gotta go. Bye. I've got stuff over here. He's just knocking everything over. I'm a little bit orange obsessed, maybe. I don't really mind the multiple limited thing. Oh wait, and this one, this is Bexley. I don't mind the multiple limited because I don't really like not all of them are awesome enough for me to want them. I got Audrey the M600 with the white transparent, and that has silver furniture. And while I like the turquoise one, the white and turquoise one, I think it would look better with the silver furniture. But that's just because I have a preference for the silver. If you like the gold, then grab that one. But the white and silver is super classy. Mr. Nose, that's it. Come on. Go on. Go on. Goodness. Yep. But, I mean, maybe they're going a little far with with all the limited editions. But on the other hand, I'm glad they're making new stuff. There are some companies that don't make enough stuff, I think. Whoa, there's a cat here. You weren't really ready to get down, huh? Poor Nose. I know, you've had a hard day, and now I'm not letting you Walmux on all the things. Like, Lammy's got, like, what, 2 limited editions a year, and they're a little bit hit or miss. So having several of them would be kind of cool. Oh, what are you doing? Stop this. What are you doing, weirdo? Yeah. Pelican would look better. Yeah, I think it would. But the turquoise is cool. The white and turquoise is cool. I'm glad they put the white on the bottom on the blind cap, and I guess not blind cap, the piston knob. I think that looks nice. It's a good touch. I think they're getting better. And I haven't seen them do any real dumb marketing with it either. They're not like, ladies, check out this pen that's only for ladies or some bullshit. So that's good. Hopefully they're learning from past things. But let's see. Oh, I just committed to grab Retro 51 from Brumfield in Boston. They're treating too well these days. Do they have a limited edition or something? That Retro 51? It probably gets sooner. Oh, she probably will. She probably will. But that M600 actually is a good size. I like the 800 maybe a little bit better, but it's bigger and it's way heavier. Hey, Audrey's on. 6-5. It's only 3 o'clock there. Audrey is at the LA Pen Show, so if you're in the LA area and are planning to go on Sunday, try to fight your way to the front of the line and say hi to Audrey for me. Yeah. You just got some Colorverse ink from Van S, huh? All right. What'd you get? While you're out there, and I'm not, check out the Tangerine Sailor. Check that out from Anderson, maybe. And also see if they have the new transparent Platinum 3776, like the Ohana, I think. Go see if they've got that. See how it looks. Gluon and something. Gluten? It's got to be gluon. That's got to be an autocorrect. Yeah, that sounds cool. Gluon and nuon? I don't know, something. Oh, the fountain pen. Oh, just maybe want it and they haven't carried it because fountain pen wasn't CC. Oh. That's when I said they got extended. Yeah, cool. All right, great. So the Retro 51 fountain pen. Yeah, nice. Nice. I like them. I hope you like it too. Let me know how you like it after you've used it a little bit. But yeah, get the ones that say EXT are fine. I just got your text, Audrey. It said you got the colorverse set. That's funny. Yeah. Neat. Man, there must be a time delay between here and LA on text. That's weird. Weird. So yeah, so I'm glad you got it. All right, let's open another thing because it's 6 o'clock already. Goodness. Are you hinting for Audrey to buy you stuff? I am just telling Audrey to buy me stuff. Not really too anxious to get any color inks because of shade over sheen. Well, I mean, only one of them has any sheen, right? Oh, no, that's not right. Only one of them's got shimmer in those sets. I don't know. I'm cool with both. I like both. I am an equal opportunity. Now, there are some like this one, like this Krishna ink, which are shade and sheen, which is, I mean, the best of both worlds, right? Turquoise is pretty, but the burnt orange is my love. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, the burnt orange pelican? Yeah. Get back to work, Audrey. I'll see you later. Also, say hi to Jim for me. Audrey says sheen over shimmer. Audrey, are you just throwing grenades into the room and walking away? All right, so this little package is from JetPens. So I didn't go too crazy at JetPens, but in truth, the story is that Audrey was getting a lot of stuff from nail polish brands, and so she was getting like a package every day. And I was sad because none of the packages were for me, so I ordered a couple of things. There's some amount of Inks Krishna reviews and weren't they all like super long dry times? This one doesn't seem bad. This one seems fine. But it also is a little bit dry, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see what I ended up getting. Sometimes you get like one thing at JetPens and you got to hit 25 bucks to fill out your order. And sometimes you forget what all you got. So the first thing I got was actually this. And this is the thing I've been looking to get for a while. Press down. Oh, good. Oh. Huh. This is an interesting thing. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but it's one of these. This is a ruling pen, and it has a little knob here on the side, which you can unscrew. And maybe you can tell. It widens the tip to give you different rulings. And so you dip pen the stuff, and then you can do this and give yourself nice lines. But it also works a bit like a folded nib, I hear. And so JetPens had these on, had these new, and they're not too expensive. This has a pretty cheap plastic handle on it, actually. And it's got a little burr up here that I'm gonna have to cut off or something. But maybe I can take this handle off. Oh, it does come off. Let's see what's under here. It's screwed in. Well, that's not ideal. I was hoping I could just put it in like a dip pen holder, but I don't think I can. Anyway, so this will be kind of interesting. We'll see how this goes. Maybe you'll see some cool, actually you're going to see some absolutely terrible ruling pen work from me. But I'm looking forward to this because I've never really dip penned before, but this seems like a fun, cheap way to get into that a little bit. So there we go. That's the first thing. That's a ruling pen. The other things are not fountain pens. They are definitely not fountain pens. I've got a pair of these. These are Uniball Signos, or Sinos. I don't know how you say it, or how you say it, I suppose. I got a, what did I get? Red? Yeah, I went for red and blue. These are the Sino RTs. These are a 0.5, but I've never seen this version of the Sino or the Signo or whatever, so I wanted to try it out. It's got this nice, like, clicky action here. It's got an integral clip. It's kind of, the whole knock goes down. That's pretty nice. Let's see what refill we have in here. This is the 80... An 8? Yeah, this is the 85N. I'm not exactly sure which Signo that's going to be. Let me check and see if that's this one. Signo RT round is your favorite pen of all time. Is this the RT1? Yeah, this is the RT1. Favorite pen of all time, huh? Well, cool. I'm looking forward to it. This is 87E. So it might be actually because the E might actually designate that this is a more like the 307. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So I got a sort of a blue black and a red. I really love you can get blue blacks in these in the Japanese versions of these pens. Most of the American versions don't do blue blacks, but this feels like a very nice rubbery grip here in the front. Looking forward to that. So there's those. And the other things, well, oh, here's a different thing. This is a preppy highlighter. I'd never seen a preppy highlighter before, and so I decided I had to get one. It's kind of cool that the highlighter tip is white because you haven't plugged the highlighter bit in yet. But I got this orange highlighter ink. But we'll see how this goes. Actually, let's go ahead and... there we go. Let's hold this here, see if it actually bleeds some orange into the tip while we're watching. But I was kind of psyched about this. I've been doing a lot of highlighting lately because I've been doing a lot more class prep stuff on new text. So, you know. Let's see. I'm missing some stuff here. Hey, Laverty. Hey, Matt. Favorite Diamine inks? My favorite Diamine ink is Salamander. I'm a huge fan of Diamine Salamander. Love that one. Also, there's one called Safari, which I think is in their anniversary set, and that one is awesome too. But yeah, their greens are super good. I want to say like Sargasso Sea is great. They've got one that's called like... Is that one's called like Constitution Blue or something? Something of that nature anyway. Oh, you can see a little bit of orange. It's coming. Man, I should have gotten 2 of these and done a time lapse. That would have been cool. Oh, Mike, where are we on that one? I dropped the ball. There we go. It's getting to the tip. That's kind of neat. So yeah, very similar to UM151, just slightly different shape, make it retractable. Yeah, cool. For a gel pen. Yep. Yeah, Ancient Copper is pretty cool. I haven't used it in a long time, but I like it. Let me see. I missed some stuff here. Actually, I'm looking for a folding nib. I can't find anyone that sells them. Do I know any online stores that carry them? I would talk to Nicola Pang. I don't know if he has an online store, but he will probably sell stuff online. You can find him at possibly Nick P on Instagram. But I don't know who else sells folded nibs. You have to go to like Art Stuff, I think, for that. Dog's a little sick and had to take care of her. Oh, we'll give your dog a pet for us. We're all sending happy thoughts to your dog. I just got my cat at the vet. He's fine, but I was a little worried about him. Actually, I'm looking for... Okay, good. John Neal Booksellers. John Neal Booksellers. I feel like John Neal Booksellers might actually be just down the road from me. Let me see. Yeah, we got a... Yeah, John Neal is here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I have never been to John Neal Booksellers, even though... Because the parking over there is an absolute bitch. But yeah, that's cool. I'm glad. That's neat that you mentioned John Neal, and he's kind of local, so that's cool. So that's cool. But yeah, check out John Neal. Yeah, definitely give a local business some action. Have I seen the new Pelican Turquoise? I haven't seen one in person. We were talking about it earlier, but I haven't seen one in person. It's only just new. Had the Vander Spec pen cases. No, I don't know those. Let me Google them right quick. Pen cases, Vander Spec, VDS shop. Oh. Yeah, these look pretty nice. Good prices too, 40 or 50 pounds, which right now isn't bad. That's cool. Yeah, these look pretty neat. But no, I've never even seen them. I haven't even heard of Vander Spec actually. Nick has a website. Good. Entropy Inc. Yeah, there you go. That's the other one. You're welcome. How wet is Salamander? I think it was wet enough. I don't remember it being out of control or anything. I used it for a very long time. I haven't gotten a pen now. I think Ricky Cha might have unthroned it briefly, but I gotta try it out again because I really like Salamander. Salamander is a weird color though. If you don't like weird colors, you're not gonna like it. It's like a swampy green brown, which is real in my wheelhouse. But you know, there you go. Favorite still available FC ink? That would be Sweet Maroon. I love Sweet Maroon. I also love Black Forest, and both of those are still available. Inked Ancient Copper for the first time this week and totally in love with the color. That's how I felt when I first inked Ancient Copper too. It lives up to the name. It is Ancient Copper. It is super cool. Diamine Oxblood. Yep, I remember Oxblood being cool, but I haven't used it in years. I think I only ever had a sample. At some point, I plan to make a folded nib out of spare parallel. Yeah, you can do that. That's cool. My only parallel is pretty small, so I'm not going to bother. But Hey, Dapperman, welcome. Reminds me, how close is the old FC Deep Purple to Lamy Dark Lilac? Woof. I actually don't know. Ask Michelle. Oh, good. Somebody said that. Somebody, she already got on there. Good. I don't remember. I haven't used Deep Purple in a long time. Oh, Vanderspec is huge in the There's a Filofax community? That's awesome. I used to have a Filofax back in the day. Oh, did I? No, Daytimer. I had a Daytimer. It's not the same. Different shades of purple. Look at Cross Violet. No, Cross Violet. We've been over this. Cross Violet does not look like Dark Lilac. It is much, much lighter. Or maybe one of us has the wrong bottle. Salamander looks kind of like Tokiwamatsu. Yeah, but where Tokiwamatsu looks like a pine tree, Salamander looks like a swamp. Just discovered I was live, only an hour late. Well, I was an hour late too, so join the club. If I tried Diamine Onyx, it was one of my first inks and ended up throwing it out since it stained your converters. You know, I've actually heard that Sailor Rikyu Cha will clean stained converters. I haven't tried this, but I've seen a lot of posts about this, so maybe check that out. It doesn't you write with it, now you swab it. No, I mean, I've written with both of them, and they look very different. The dark lilac is much darker than well, anyway, in my estimation. Let's see. Oh, so I have definitely tried Diamine Onyx, and I remember that I liked it. I think I have a bottle of it, actually, so I think I liked it. But yeah, some of those dark inks can stain converters. Be careful with putting them in things like, let's see. I love Sweet Maroon. When you cleaned it out of your pen after a month, the back of your nib and feed were black. That is weird. I'll have to tell you about that. Loving Diamine Earl Grey. Ooh, I gotta get some Diamine Earl Grey. I haven't seen that for sale anywhere, actually. Ever seen the Mint Lamb Elixir inks? Never even heard of those. No. Mont Blanc. What about Mont Blanc? I missed something. Sorry, I don't. Oh, it changed Mont Blanc to Mint Lamb. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I have seen the Elixir inks. Yeah, I've never seen them in person. I don't have any. Those are very expensive inks, right? I don't have any of those. Isn't Black Panther political propaganda? Nah. Nah. Do you have a favorite gray? A gray? My favorite gray is, yeah, Diamond Earl Grey is a gray. I've seen pictures of it. It's definitely a gray. My favorite one is kind of hard to get, but it's Mont Blanc's 90-year gray. I freaking love that. I have several bottles that I've hoarded. It's great. But yeah, super good. She says Diamond Earl Grey. Also, I remember Diamond having graphite was really good. Like, it was a kind of gray that just looks like pencil, actually. Like a dark pencil, which is really cool. What is CGP? I don't know what that means. Produce a CGP gray. I'm not sure what that one is. Preserve gray flannel? Yeah, I remember that one being okay, but I don't remember loving it. One gray. It's Kobe Museum Blue Gray. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, I had another couple of things in my JetPens package, and that was these. My friend Jessie, who can't be here because she's in LA, asked me a little bit ago what were the highlighters I was talking about on my feed, and it was these. These are Zebra's Just Right, Just Fit? Yeah, Just Fit highlighters. These are great highlighters. I love the tip on these. Look at that guy. You can see it against the dark grip background here. It's flexible. It's not like super bendy, but it definitely moves when you're doing it. It's got a great color. I really love these. So picked up another couple. I've got only oranges right now, so I picked up a blue and an apple green. So if you haven't tried Zebra's Just Fit, try these. Although I think they're only available in Japan or through JetPens. So, anyways, that's my JetPens haul. One of these ruling pens and some highlighters and some new gel pens. So there we go. There we go. And that's what I got. Mont Blanc 90 is your favorite as well. It's great. I love it. Also, their Einstein was great, but that's impossible to get these days. Mont Blanc. Yeah, I know. Oh, CG. podcaster hangs out. Oh, I don't know. Sam, don't know him. CG Gray, the YouTuber. Oh, I see. I've never heard of him. Let's Google him right quick. Google. All right. Defoe. I don't remember if I liked Defoe. There's one it was Jonathan Swift I didn't like. Pelican 800 versus 1,000. I'm going to go 800. I've got both, and I think the 1,000 is actually a little bit gratuitous. It's huge. Diamond Earl Grey has almost lavender undertones. That sounds cool. Irshizuku Kurosami is pretty good. Yeah, I like that one. It's taupe, though? I don't remember being taupe. Taupe is like an off-white. Any inks with a general vintage aesthetic and bottle design and ink color? Maybe like the Athena inks. Those might count. I don't know what else is vintagey. I think Ackerman always strikes me as a little vintagey, although I don't know why. Like I think the bottle from Ackerman, like it just reminds me of something that my grandmother would have sitting on her dresser or something. It reminds me of a vintage aesthetic. I think it's maybe just these like fins and the sort of hourglass waist thing going on here. But that's the only one that comes to mind, aside from maybe Athena. And Athena might actually just be the packaging. What about this one? Let's see what this bottle looks like. I haven't looked in this one in a little while. Yeah, I also like this one. This one's kind of cute. This is Yarda Lead. I haven't really tried this ink much. This is blue-black. I remember I put it in a pen and it didn't want to write. Like it didn't want to flow at all. It might have been the pen though. I haven't tried it again, but Yarda Lead has a nice little like box aesthetic. I think it's cute. I don't know if it's vintage, but if I choose to divest myself of the 1,000, let you know. Are you in the market for a 1,000? Because you could talk me into it. Hit me offline, and we can talk about it. So I am thinking maybe it'd be okay to sell that one. Private Reserve is a very dry ink. I've never really had Private Reserve be dry, but some of them are very saturated. And so if you have them in a fine nib, some of them will give you flow problems. But it's not dry, it's just oversaturated. Any thoughts about the latest Kickstarter from Enzo? Oh, you know what? I haven't seen that. This week has been so busy, which is part of the reason I was late coming to this stream. But this week has been so busy, I haven't even seen that pen yet. But I hear it looks cool. I don't know. Yep, Stone Gray from Graphone Faber-Castell is really good. It's very good. Very, very good. Actually, all of those graph inks are really good. They're all archival. They're all waterproof. They're impressive inks. They are expensive, but they're very good. I have no complaints about any of them. They had like a blue-black they just put out like last year, which is really cool. The burned orange, I haven't gotten a chance to try, but it looks cool, so I believe it is. And if it performs like the rest of them. I also remember they all had like really good performance on shitty paper. Would I ever consider collecting all the Mont Blanc special edition and limited edition inks? No. I was actually kind of on a really good roll with them. I was getting a bunch of them for years, but now that they've jacked the price up, no. And they just released another one. It's like $70, $75 a bottle. No, I'm not into it. They're too expensive now. Scheherbahn 1970 looks vintage. Yeah, all right. It's got a little wax seal on it. Yeah, it looks vintagey. Do I have any of those nearby? No, I've put those away. Yeah, all right. You order some Ackerman. Bottles are killer, and the inks are really nice. Yep, they're good. Hey, Feta. How you doing? Glad you could make it, man. Mont Blanc's 35 mil inks. I think I have a vintage feel. I think they stopped using the bottle design. Yeah, they changed the bottle design, I think. I think they might have just blown it up. I think it's just twice the size it used to be. Little philosophy talk. Oh, man. Coming back with philosophy talk. Have I read anything by Karen Barad? Nope. I don't know Karen Barad. Let's see. Feminist there is pretty a gentle realism. Oh, that sounds interesting. Nope. Don't know her. Not familiar. Sorry. What's your favorite of the Sailor Four Seasons? Oh, that's a tough one. Probably Rikyu Cha, although Doyu is great too. I really like almost all the Four Seasons. I don't really have any I don't have any complaints about any of them, I don't think, except for Pesh, which I don't like, but that one got sent to a friend recently. We're trading each other inks that we don't really like. So I'm giving her Sailor Gentle Pesh, and she's giving me KWZ Honey because she doesn't really like it. Sailor Four Seasons. Oh yeah, that's true. They do have pens under the Four Seasons line, but I think you probably meant ink, right? Are the GVFC inks worth it? I think so. Give them a try. Try some samples, but I think they're very good. And the bottle is really nice. It's a pretty bottle. Burned orange is cool. Pin shop there, 28 pounds. 28 pounds. What's that? 35 bucks. That's not terrible. 40 bucks maybe. I'm not up on what a pound is right now, but it's probably like 35, 40 bucks. That's a little higher than they are here, I feel like, but yeah, it seems fine. I would say get some samples if you can, though, just to make sure. Let's see. I said I was pro-transhuman. Do I have experience with neuro-enhancing drugs, psychedelics, or other mind-altering substances? I don't do drugs, no, but also I don't think that's necessary for transhumanism. Transhumanism, by the way, for the rest of the crowd, is just the idea that it would be good, maybe preferable, perhaps like obligatory for us if we were able to transcend our humanity. So in ways like we might upload our consciousness to the cloud or some such thing, or download ourselves into an android body, or there's a million different versions of transhumanism, but it's not all mind-altering drugs, really at all. But no, I don't really do drugs, man. I do beer. I have a bottle of rye back here, but I don't really do drugs. Sweet Violet. Yamadori is pretty good. Okayama is okay. You know what? I haven't used Okayama in a long time, but I liked it. But Doyu and Riki Cha are the top two for me, I think. Papier Plume bottle is cool too. Yeah. Yeah, the labels aren't vintage, that's true. Or are there more than 4 inks in the Four Seasons line? I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes seasons will have different colors, or, you know, more than one color. Shigur is your favorite sailor. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Shigur is cool. I think that's a really neat ink, actually. That's the, like, purple-black one, right? Or is that Mirai? Yeah, it's purple-black is the Shigur, I think. You don't like Kid ABZ Honey? Cool. Neither does my friend who I'm trading with. Her work is hard AF. I'm looking for someone who got it and could help me. She came from physics to philosophy. Yeah, I saw in her bio here that she's into quantum physics, which is cool. Interesting to go from quantum physics to feminist theory, but let me click her Wikipedia, so I'll look at that later. No, sorry, man. I am not familiar. Why don't we have the same bottle as have I the 50s? I think maybe you've got some autocorrect there. Here's Sarah Yamadori. Yamadori is a good one. I actually put that in one of Audrey's pens not that long ago, and she was like, "What is this ink? It's amazing." So yeah, it gets attention. Gets attention. Does it shade? Yeah, they all shade. Oh wait, just black. Which one's that? Oh, tell you about Doyu. Doyu. Oh, frig! I forgot about Aurori. Damn, Aurori's amazing, but I don't use it every day. Doyu is really good because you can get away with it in almost any situation. It's like a super dark. It looks black, but it's really a brown. Like, it's very cool. You ought to definitely at least get a sample or something. Or if I see you sometime soon, will I? I probably won't. But yeah, get a sample because it's really good. Doyu is dope. It's not just black. It's a super dark brown. It does shade. It shades slightly brown. It depends on the nib and all this kind of stuff. You put in a fine nib, it's going to mostly look black, but it's an off black for sure. It's definitely a brown. My favorite work of philosophy? I don't even know. That's like asking somebody to pick their favorite pen, which you also did today. My favorite work of philosophy? Dude, I don't know. You know, maybe. So I really like Rousseau's On the Social Contract is really good. Like, I think his writing is very nice. I also really appreciate Michael Walzer's stuff on Just and Unjust Wars. Also, McMahon's work. He wrote a book called Killing in War, which is an absolute takedown of Walzer and of all of just war theory. I think that's awesome. Who else? There's a guy whose name I'm blanking on who does a lot of work on immigration, who is super good. Anyway, there's a lot of them, but I don't have a favorite, I don't think. I don't think I've ever bothered to pick a favorite. I remember hearing that Mont Blanc Einstein has shimmer particles. No, it doesn't have shimmer. Don't actually have Shigur. I did have a sample at the time. I can't remember what I thought of it. It's good. You might like it, but it's a very dark purple. It's very dark. GVSC 20 cartridge boxes. Yep, they do those. Chushu or something. Chushu is cool. Yeah, Chushu is a real dark gray. I like that one too. I think I've got a bottle of it. Actually, I probably ought to, if I don't have a bottle of these, I probably ought to get them before they jack the price up. Vince McMahon? Yep, Vince McMahon. No, Jeff McMahon. His name's Jeff McMahon. He's got some wacky views on some other stuff, but his Just War stuff is spot on. It's very hard to dispute, I think. Simon Caney has a really thorough book on communitarianism. I was looking at my bookshelf and saying, here are the things I really like. I made my students read Hobbes, like Leviathan in the original, and it was rough on them. Hobbes is hard to read. Brian Chu, does that include Japanese? Oh wait, I'm trying to collect all the sailors. You might as well. Oh, you can't. Yeah, not that crazy. Yeah, good. 7 of them right now. Yep. Need to go get fried chicken. Thanks for the transcendent. You're welcome. I'm glad it was transcendent for you. But yeah, enjoy your fried chicken. Calvin and Hobbes. Yep. Calvin and Hobbes is very difficult to read. It's not. It's beautiful. Leviathan is, I don't know if I'd call Leviathan beautiful, but if that strikes your fancy, then go for it. It is tough to read because the spelling and the diction and the word order, everything is very weird for modern students, and my students weren't really expecting it. So in my social political class, I started them off with Plato, talking about, I made them do apology and credo, just to talk about like obligations to state. Then I did like part of Republic, like the first, I don't know, 4 chapters of Republic, talking about like the very beginning of the social contract. Then I made them do Hobbes, which is brutal, and then I made them do Locke, which was not as brutal but still kind of hard. And now I'm going to have them do Rousseau, and it's going to be a breath of fresh air when they start reading some Rousseau. He is a really good writer. Deductive structure, yeah, that's legit. I read it with 5 books. Maybe people cool they saw me reading it. Nice. Yeah. No, if they see you reading Leviathan, I don't know. They're not going to. Also, don't like read Ayn Rand and have people think you're going to think people are going to think you're cool. Thoughts on John Stuart Mill? I like John Stuart Mill. I used to be a pretty serious consequentialist. I'm not so much anymore, but I was a big fan. Also, like On Liberty is great. He's got a lot of good stuff. So yeah, good. Yeah, I like John Stuart Mill. Also, he's like a really interesting like historical figure. Also, if you want to hear something weird, and even if you're not into philosophy, you're like, why does this guy keep talking about philosophy? Since you're online already, hit your Googles and look up Jeremy Bentham, Bentham, and Google the word autoicon, AUTOICON, because there's a crazy story, but you can go see Jeremy Bentham. It's awesome. He's in a glass case. It's dope. Let's see. Got a Terrace custom bolt in the mail. Neat. Amazing pen. Oh, did you get one of the ones from that like giveaway? They were gave away like 500 spare pens or some weird thing. I missed that. I think I was out of town or something, and I didn't get the email. Fountain pens, can't use them. Yeah, I've always carried at least 2 different kinds of pens. I usually have at least one fountain pen and then a ballpoint gel something, rollerball. Ballpoint or gel mostly. Ethereum Costless critique and Chris, that was just Hobbes and Locke. Well, you know, can't do everything in a semester, unfortunately. And I wanted to hit the high notes, you know, but I will put that on the list. It is good. Iliad versus Odyssey. Iliad. Well, yeah, Iliad. You wish you bought it. Well, that's fine too. Give away from pens or Delrin pens, either Rinder Care. Oh, I see. Okay. Jeremy Bentham's on his way to the U.S.? I have not heard this. I will have to check that shit out because that sounds amazing. Like if they bring him to a Jeremy Bentham's Preserves course will haunt your nightmares. Yeah, that's awesome. It only will if you look at his actual preserved head, which I'm sure... Well, they might send it to America. I don't know. But his Rawls difference theory or Nozick's Wilt Chamberlain? Like, what do you mean? Like, which one do I like better, or which one's a better example? Because I actually taught that early on in my business ethics class too when we were talking about justice. like his corpse won't haunt your nightmares, and his like wax head won't haunt your nightmares either. But his horribly preserved, mummified head, they mummified his head, and it used to be in the case with him, but people kept stealing it, and so now it's locked in a vault. You have to get special permission to even see it. Did not like the Delrin giveaway pin, so he gave it away. Cool. Delrin's a cool material, but you know, that's neat. Thoughts on master versus slave morality? Like I said, it's been too long for me to do Nietzsche. I don't know, man. But Rawls' difference theory or Nozick's Wilt Chamberlain? That's a really tough one. So here's an interesting thing about Nozick's Wilt Chamberlain. This is turning into like philosophy talk all of a sudden. New York City, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. That's amazing. Go see Jeremy Bentham's awesome corpse in his auto icon. That's gonna be dope. Like his bones are in there, bro. Those are his clothes. So one of the things I really like about Nozick is that he makes these thought experiments, which are kind of the way that philosophers get people thinking about a concept, like drill down and see what the important bits are. And the thing that Nozick does that's so interesting is that he goes, look, my claim is going to be so concrete that I don't care where you start. And you run this thought experiment, you will end up in the same place. You will not be able to refute this. And I think that's a pretty baller move. He and Rawls actually died the same year, which is too bad. It was a bad year for philosophy. A bad year. Click is a cool mechanism, but I wish it extended on the side of it further so you could do it on the side. Wait, Luke, what are you talking about? Luke, dark gray color. Oh, I see. The bolt, yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about getting my dad a bolt, actually. Oh, shoot, actually, tomorrow's his birthday, so maybe I will. But I haven't gotten him a bolt yet. Like, I'm not sure if my dad would appreciate the coolness of a bolt action pen, or so. I don't know if he would notice. I give him cool pens when he comes, but I give him like ballpoints because he's kind of a knockaround sort of dude. So he's like, he'll throw them in a pocket, I'll throw them in a drawer. He needs pens that'll like be hardcore. So maybe I need to hook him up with some like nice EDC hardcore pens. But I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Just had to get a cap off a few times. They have a 15% off coupon right now. What? Had to use the cap a few times until I cleared out. Oh, it's just stiff at first. And Brian Chu. What did Chu say? Oh, the cap threads were bad, huh? Interesting. That's weird. That's weird. I should start a philosophy channel. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. I don't know who'd showed up for a philosophy channel, though, honestly. And I don't know. We'll see. And maybe one day. The EDK is like the smaller click pen, right? I think there's a contradiction in Rousseau in that it's fundamentally illiberal to declare those in the minority, whether mistaken or wrong. I don't know if it's a contradiction, but it certainly is kind of odd, right? Yeah. EDK uses Parker style refills. Oh, well, that's good. I'm gonna check out this EDK. Of course, you type EDK, you get file extension stuff. Let's see. What's this 15% off code? I don't think I have it. $60? That's not bad. Are they pretty small, though? It's a pretty small pen. Although it takes the Parker, so it can't be that small. It's got to be the size of a jotter anyway. I've got this one, which I really like. This is from R&G, Rise and Grind. And it's got this cool emblem on the side. It's kind of a bolt action. It just goes over to the side. This is a mechanism this dude made himself. This is really good. This actually will take the cartridge or the refills from these, which are my current favorite gel pen. We'll see how these RT1s do, but this is the Inkjoy gel, and this Rise and Grind pen will take those refills. So that's what I've been using. This is one I take with me a lot. The only problem is if you try to write for a long time with these with a solid copper pen, like this is hard. You squeeze it to write with it, and it's like resting on your finger, and it's very hard and quite heavy. Whereas, you know, all the rest of these pens have a little bit of cushion. This one, not so much. Let's see. David, you got censored by the YouTubes. Another moderator? Wait, is there another moderator? No, there's not. Let's see. Visible portion of the mechanism isn't really able to use without digging your nail in. Oh, that's not good. If I extend just... Oh, I see. Weird. You should be able to use it with your thumb, but that's kind of strange. Need a good purple? Any recommendations? Talk to Michelle. The bolt uses Parker refills as well, unless you get the G2 barrel. Talk about philosophy of beer. Lots of people tune in. Yeah. What's my political orientation? Hardcore independent, bro. Not that small. It's got a nice heft. I like it because EDK isn't thin. Yeah, that's good. It's like a fat jotter, huh? Let's see. Oh, LA or bust. Oh, yeah, because they didn't get to go to... Did they get to go to LA? Because they weren't going to. I thought they got downsized out of it. Let's see. Neat. Yeah, maybe I'll look into that. I never know what to get my dad for his birthday or Christmas. You know, he's kind of tough. Now thinking about, do you usually have a beard? I don't know. I tend to have one in the winter. When it gets to be summer, I shave it off. What pen do I exercise? Is my exercise of choice? Man, the questions just got weird. Yeah, I exercise. I like the elliptical upstairs. I like walking and jogging with my dog Scraggles. But yeah, the elliptical is great, especially since it's been rainy for forever, man. It gets a little chilly here for me to go out and run. So, but yeah, the elliptical is great. And it's kind of easy on my knees. It doesn't make my feet go to sleep, which is weird, right? But yeah, it seems fine. What pen do I want a comparison of? I don't know. I don't know, whatever you want. I just haven't had an EDK in my hand, actually. Scraggle-thon? No, we're not doing a marathon. Scraggles is actually really good as a running and jogging, and well, not running. Well, she likes to run. As like a jogging and walking partner, we have a trail that just opened up down at the end of my neighborhood, which is nice. It's about a half-hour walk. Do I have a Kara's pen? Yeah, I do, but they're all fountain pens. I've got an ink, and I've got a fountain K. I've got 2 fountain Ks, actually. So, you know, check those out, I guess. Yeah, hey, if you've got a fountain K or something, put it next to that, or an ink or something like that. I have those, for sure. Or, oh, you know what? I forgot. I actually have the highlighter version of this pen, which is neat. You ever seen a milled highlighter? Since we're talking about highlighters, this is a Mont Blanc highlighter refill is what goes in here. And yeah, Mont Blanc does highlighter refills. Also, this has a really strong neodymium magnet in the top, so you can just stick it to stuff. I had an old-timey desk lamp over here next to me. I'm probably going to bring it back. I miss it. And I would just stick this to it because it's metal. But yeah, so I do. It's about a how long is that trail? It's about 4 miles each way. So we do like 8 miles or something. And Scraggles is good for about the first like she's at the very end of her lead for about the first 5. And then she starts kind of chilling out. Let's see. You're gonna show it compared to that? Cool, thanks. Favorite nib size by Sailor? Yeah, Sailor fines are very, very fine. I would go with well, I don't know. If you like it that fine, that's cool. Medium is as small as I ever go with the Sailor, and I really like the Sailor Broad. That's kind of the Sailor Broad and the Platinum Broad are really kind of my go-tos. Do I do IncoRimo? Dude, I do not. Well, I would. I really wanted to, but I've been just too busy. With all these job candidates coming in, I'm running a speaker series for our school. Oh, there's a incoming EDC ink. Okay, cool. Somebody's going to show me. Thanks. I appreciate it. Thanks there, Alexander. That'll show up eventually. Hasn't showed up yet. I think you tagged me. Yeah. Oh, you did. Hold on while I look at Instagram right quick, folks. Hi, Nose. What's up? You tired of me being online? Oh, he says it's time for me to sign off. Oh, okay. Oh, you got all the things. Oh, wow. That's much bigger than I thought it was. That might actually be kind of perfect. Okay, cool. Nice. Nice. Do you like the knock? Is it good? Sorry, where was I? Oh, here's a whole bunch of pens. Thanks, Alexander. You got all the things. Oh, and a Lamy. Okay. Yeah, that's a good size pen for a pocket pen. Kind of perfect. Yeah. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, so I actually just got a bunch of letters all at once. I got like 2 postcards and like 3 or 4 letters all at once at school. And somebody's like, "Do you have a bunch of pen pals?" And so I had to tell them about what NaCoWriMo is like. So it's pretty cool. Do I have a Rotring 600? I have 2 of them. One of them the actual Rotring 600. There's one. The actual Rotring 600 has knurling on the section, and it has the nib selector on the top. So yeah, this is a gold nib one actually. This is my only some guy story. I got this for 25 bucks from a table from a vendor at the Long Island Pen Show. As my only some guy. Like, oh, did you hear about that one guy? Some guy got a deal. That was me. I was the some guy that time. Oh no, I have 3. And then I have 2 Newtons. I've got a silver and a black one of Newtons. You're a little disappointed about how broad your Sailor Fine is? Wow. Well, all right. You must like really fine vines. Smooth click? Cool. What do you think of the Tube Mont Blanc Heritage 1912? The 1912 is the safety pin, right? The one where you take the cap off and you work the deal. That seems kind of okay. It seems like, actually, it's probably fine. Let me look at this thing, make sure it's the one I'm thinking of. I'm not a Mont Blanc expert. Here's the Pen Addict review is the first one. Yep, that's what I thought it was. I mean, it seems cool, but it also seems entirely unnecessary. Like, I don't know why you would build a pen this way. It seems weird. Is Mont Blanc overpriced? I mean, it's a luxury brand, so it's a Schmidt-Knock. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's a luxury brand, so saying it's overpriced is kind of weird. Like, yeah, it's too expensive for me to get, but I mean, you're not paying for the pen in that case. You're paying for like the notoriety of having the snowflake pen. So, you know, people know what they're getting when they get a Mont Blanc, and they're getting something that's got this like exclusive name. Yeah, that's right. You got to unscrew the cap, then you got to unscrew the thing. So it's kind of a pain in the butt. You know what? I'm actually getting a call that I kind of need to take. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Goodness. So I gotta go. But hey, thanks for hanging out with me for like these last like almost 2 hours. It was awesome to see you. If you're in LA, go see Audrey and the Franklin Christoph table. And I will see y'all later on. Thanks, folks. Sorry I gotta run, but phone call's calling. All right. Bye, everybody.